who's ready to watch my mental health deteriorate over the next 24 hours. Today we're doing a 24-hour readathon. What I had planned to do was take an 8-hour nap, wake up around 10 p.m. and then go into the challenge fully well rested. Well, that's not what happened. I went to sleep for about 3 hours, so it's currently 5:30, and that's as good as we're gonna get. We're starting the challenge now. I have a better chance since I just got done with a 3-hour nap in the afternoon, and I have energy drinks, I have food, and I have books that I think will keep me up. We'll see how this goes. So the first book that I'm 100% gonna be picking up in this video is Happily Never After. I actually started this morning. I'm only 20 pages in, and then after that, once it's nighttime, to kind of spook myself and get myself awake, I'm going to read None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I'm actually planning on listening to the audiobook version and being up and about and doing chores and stuff to try and keep myself awake, up and moving, so I'm not just sitting reading a physical book in the middle of the night, because that is going to put me to sleep. That is the plan with these two books. These are the only ones that I for sure know that I'm going to pick up and read, because I'm as mood reader as it gets, and I have no idea what I'm going to be in the mood for later. So these are the only ones that I'm going to be telling myself that I'm going to read. Everything else is a mystery. So that being said, let's get a timer going. We've got a timer for 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. Let's go. Okay, we are about 2 hours in. I've got 22 hours and 8 minutes and 55 seconds left. And I am on page 93 in Happily Never After. Thoughts so far on this book? It's cute, but I'm not connecting with the characters. I don't see a ton of chemistry at this point. As I'm reading this book, towards the beginning, their dynamic, it reminded me a lot of the main characters in the movie Set It Up, and one of the main actresses in that movie is Zoe Dutch, or Zoe Deutch. I don't know how to say her name, but Zoe. And I was imagining her as the main female character, and in this book they're playing like 21 questions with each other to just get to know each other, and they talk about what celebrity would you go on a date with, and he says Zoe Dutch, and I'm just like, period. But I think this is a really cute premise, but there's not much chemistry, and they literally just had a conversation about how much chemistry they have, and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see a connection between the two. It's really cute, and I love their banter, and I love Lynn Painter's writing. It's just, I don't know. I wish that there was a little bit more depth in the characters at this point. It's just very surface level at the moment. But as far as the challenge is going, it's going fine. 2 hours in. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab a snack and I'm gonna eat, which is typically what you do with a snack. And as I'm reading, I'm playing reading vlogs in the background, like specifically 24-hour readathons, just so I feel like I'm not alone. Because this is a very solitary activity that I'm doing. I'm gonna get my snack and keep reading this, and probably just come back after I finish the book, or if anything of note happens. But yeah, so far so good. So let's keep going. So I just finished Happily Never After. I'm not going to do like my full review right now. I'm going to do all full reviews of any of the books that I read in this video at the end. So stay tuned for that. But I don't know. I do think this is my least favorite Lynn Painter book that I've read. You can't win them all. I love Lynn Painter's young adult books, but I think that her adult books are not hitting for me. And that's okay. I still love her as an author. I'm still going to read everything that she releases, but this book is done for book number 1 finished in this challenge. So I have 18 hours and 5 minutes left. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to jump into None of This Is True, but I'm gonna listen to the audiobook and just piddle around the house, you know, do some laundry and stuff. But I need to wake up before I do that. So, got my first energy drink because I'm not like dozing off, but I'm starting to get like that heavy tired feeling. And I want to nip it in the bud real fast if I can freaking open this. Come on. Okay, I will get this open because I need it. But I'm gonna listen to the audiobook. I might do some like general chores and stuff around the house, or I might hop onto my computer and play some Disney Dreamlight Valley or Apex or something to keep my mind awake and like doing something while listening to the audiobook. I actually do that quite often. And I'm sure people are like, how are you paying attention to the book and playing video games? It's like, I don't know. My brain, it just freaking absorbs it. And honestly, anything to keep me awake and alert, I'm gonna try it. Oh, thank God. Especially since I love playing video games. I could literally stay up all night playing video games. So let's combine the reading and video games into one to try and have a successful challenge. But I need to down this. And when I say down, I mean drink throughout listening to this next book, because it is 11:39 p.m. I don't know if you heard that sound. That was completely involuntary. But it is 11:39 p.m. and it's gonna be a very difficult night for me to stay up. I know that I just started this challenge like 6 hours ago, but me staying up at night, it's so hard. That's why I decided to start around the time that I did, because I wanted to get the hardest part out of the way first, because once the sun is up, I'm good. I just need to get through the night. So I'm gonna pull out all the stops, audiobook with a thriller, and video games. But anyways, y'all don't care. You just want me to read. So I'm gonna keep it rolling. Let's start on book number 2. Oh yeah. We are at 15 hours and 38 minutes left, 8.5 hours in. I'm feeling okay so far. I did go through a little bit of a spell where I was incredibly tired and I was starting to like doze off, like my eyelids were getting really heavy, but this story is starting to pick up a good bit. I've been listening to the audiobook just because that's what's gonna keep me awake the best right now, because if I was to sit and just read, no matter how engaging the story is, I will fall asleep. I'm really liking this so far. I am on page 109. I will say that it was hard for me to get into the audiobook at first because I like to listen to audiobooks a little bit faster. Just at like the regular speed is just too slow for me. This audiobook, the narrators and voice actors and everything, they're all British. I love the British accent, okay? But with it being sped up, and it also being literally 2 a.m., I'm having to think really freaking hard to keep up with everything. So what I'm doing now is I'm just sitting with the book and listening to the audiobook at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out for a few of the chapters because I was so tired. But I have a general gist of what's going on. I am concerned. Hold on, I'm gonna take my hair out of this braid because it's actually kind of annoying me. We're following two women, Alex and Josie, and they meet in a pub and they are both celebrating their birthdays. They were born on the same day and the same place, and they strike up a friendship. Josie is a bit odd. Alex has a podcast, and Josie approaches her and basically asks if she can be on her podcast to talk about her life and her marriage and just the difficulties that she's had with that. And I think that it strikes a chord with Alex because Alex is also going through some difficulties in her marriage. But then there are some strange things that are happening, and it's a little eerie, but I'm really enjoying it. That's kind of where we're at right now. It is 2 a.m. Got about 15 and a half hours left. Dutch Bros opens at 5 a.m. and I need that. So I'm gonna listen for a few more hours, maybe play some more games or something, maybe get awake enough to where I can just sit and read because I feel like I'd be able to read this faster than listening to the audiobook. But right now, I'm still in a gray area where if I was to just be reading the words, then I would pass out. I would fall asleep. I gotta do the thing that's gonna help me succeed in this challenge, and that is audiobook and playing a game while listening to everything that's going on. And the thing is, I forgot how much I love playing games, specifically Disney Dreamlight Valley, and listening to audiobooks. It's just very calming and serene, especially if I'm not doing any of like the quests or anything and I'm just cleaning things up and picking flowers and whatever. It's just busy work to like keep my mind alert, but I have the sound completely off on the games that I'm playing and I'm just listening to the audiobook while I'm just doing whatever on this side. So it's working. I'm still awake when typically I go to bed at like 9 p.m. I'm happy with where we're at. I'm not gonna jinx it. Yeah, that's my little check-in. About 100 pages into None of This Is True. And we'll see if I'm really gonna sit and listen to the entire audiobook. I might just listen to it until I know that I'm good and then continue reading the physical book of None of This Is True, or switch it up and just leave the audiobook for times where I'm like, where I need like a reading break and then I can just listen. I don't know. I'm just gonna see how I'm feeling. So far so good. The hardest part of the challenge is almost over. Basically when it hits like 5:30 a.m., that's when the sun starts to rise here. I'll be good in like 3 hours, and then it should be easy breezy beautiful cover girl after that, I think. So let's keep listening to the audiobook and just following along, and hopefully I can stay awake. this will freaking open. Come on. We are officially halfway through. Well, in 5 minutes we'll be halfway. I've been listening to the audiobook. Well, I've been going back and forth between listening to the audiobook and reading, because every time I try to sit and read, I just get so sleepy. And then I was listening to the audiobook and I was laying on my stomach like this, and I closed my eyes and I was starting to doze. I didn't like fall asleep, but I was starting to doze off, and I was like, I gotta get up. I gotta do something. So I went outside to get some fresh air, and that helped. I'm still like dead. But the sun's starting to come out. It's a little bit overcast this morning, so that's not helping with me waking up. But we're still going strong. We're still doing good. I am on page 273. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and finish None of This Is True, and then I'll go get Dutch Bros. I couldn't wait. About an hour and a half ago, I made a dirty chai because I just needed some caffeine. I needed some life to be put back inside of me. I think I'm gonna finish listening to None of This Is True. And based off the time of that, it should be done by like 7:20. And then I'll either go get Dutch Bros or I'll just drink another energy drink here and we'll pick our next book. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Gonna continue. That is our halfway update. Okay. I'm gonna continue. Thank you. I need to get up and get my iPad. Ow. I regret everything. Alrighty, so we are at 10 hours and 7 minutes left, which means that we're 14 hours in. Despite the yawn, I'm actually feeling pretty good. About an hour and a half ago, I was struggling so bad. I could not keep my eyes open at all. But then the end of None of This Is True just like baffled me and really got my mind going. But also what I did to try and wake myself up while I was listening to the audiobook, I took a shower, I put some makeup on, both to wake myself up but also to save your eyes. I'm feeling okay. I am currently drinking my second Celsius, but my third carbonated drink of this challenge. And it won't be the last. I have finished 2 books in this challenge so far. When it comes to None of This Is True, I was flabbergasted. I was baffled. I will say that listening to the audiobook of this, and I think I mentioned it earlier that all of the voice actors in here are British. I reached a point of delirium where whenever I was talking to my dog Milo, I was speaking in a British accent because I listened to this book all the way through. Let's see, on 1.5 speed, it was probably like 7.5 hours. It's soaked in. So now we're getting to the part that I didn't fully plan on. Like I said earlier in the video, I am an ultimate mood reader, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna want to read. I kind of went overboard with pulling out books to choose from. So these are all the books that I pulled together to choose from for my third book and possibly final book, because I am such a slow reader. I'm working on it, but I'm such a slow reader. But I'm trying to figure out what I'm in the mood for, because I don't think I'm in the mood for a romance. My brain is kind of fried, so I don't think I should do Throne of Glass or like Queen of Shadows, because that's the book that I'm on. I've really considered Don't Fall Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I've heard amazing things about this book. Also, it's so floppy. I love floppy books. So I think this is top contender for right now. But let me look at all of you. I've also thought about the fine print, because this has been on my TBR for so long. Basically, since I got into reading, I bought this entire series and I just haven't picked it up yet. So that's another one. And then I have one that's on my Kindle that I've wanted to read for a while, and that is The Naturals, like the first book in the Naturals series. I think those are top contenders. There's also Magnolia Parks. Oh my god, this is so hard. I'm going to nix this entire pile and this one. The other ones that I'm considering, I just really need to narrow it down. Y'all don't care about this at all, but what can I say? So, the physical books that I've narrowed it down to are People We Meet on Vacation, Twisted Games, Magnolia Parks, Love Redesigned, I almost hit myself in the face with that one, Fine Print, and Just for the Summer. And then if none of those work out, then The Naturals. Milo, do you want to help me pick out a book? He's very passionate. Oh, thank you for the butt. Thank you. Okay. Love Redesigned is super thick, and I don't think I want to start a super thick book because I won't be able to finish it today. Nor Just for the Summer, Magnolia Parks, The Naturals. I want to give these both my undivided attention. So I think I might go with The Naturals. So basically, I pulled this giant ass stack off of my TBR cart and my shelves for no reason, because I'm just going to be reading a book on my Kindle. Lit. Okay. Well, we're going to start The Naturals. That took me 10 minutes. But y'all will forgive me for talking for 10 minutes, right? I hope so. Because I'm staying up for 24 hours. I'm doing the dang challenge. And I'm probably going to finish The Naturals. At least I hope I do. 9:56. Naturals. Let's get it! Milo, can we get a... Yay! Thank you. Okay, I leave you alone. We go read. Let's go read. This was so stupid. Why did I pull this many books? Cass Lauren, you are a dum-dum. Oh my god, can I get up? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ow! 50% through the naturals. It's fast paced, it's fun. It's not holding my interest right now. There's not a ton going on. There's just information that we're finding out. But I'm sure throughout the rest of the series, it's gonna pick up a lot more and there's gonna be more things happening. I was just expecting more things to be going on when it comes to different cases that they're following and all of that, but that's not really what's going on. Also, Jennifer Lynn Barnes did this in Inheritance Games as well. I am not a fan of love triangles. They're a little annoying to me. I don't mind romance, obviously, but love triangles, it's just not for me. And that's kind of a vibe that I'm getting in the first 50% of this book. But overall, it's fun, it's fast paced, it's easy to get through, it's getting the job done. I'm probably gonna end up starting another book in this challenge because it is 11:30 and the challenge ends at 5:40 something, 5:40. So I have plenty of time to finish this book and at least start another one. And I was going through a bit of a sleepy spell when I first started this book. Like, I was dozing off, so I went and I read outside for like an hour to wake myself up, and that did the trick. So now I'm up, I'm good, so ready to finish up this challenge. With that in mind, I'll see you with the next update. So I'm back with an update already, and you're probably like, Lauren, why are you in your car? Why are you not reading? Well, I had a very important little trip to make in order to keep my sanity. As I was waiting in the drive-thru, because there was a pretty long line, I just pulled up on my phone, like the Kindle app, and I kept reading. I just needed to be patient. I just needed to wait because things literally immediately started happening in the next chapter. I just had to be patient. I just had to wait literally 2 seconds, and then everything was gonna kick off and everything was gonna be fine. So now we're getting involved in a case, and now my interests are piqued. It has piqued my interest, and I'm really starting to speed through it now. I literally just sat in the drive-thru and I read 3 chapters in like 5 minutes. So if people would move, that would be really great. That would be very iconic of you if you would just, you know, move the, nope, do not hit my car, thank you. I wanted to give an update because I was just impatient, because I was tired, am tired, will be tired until this challenge is over. But anyways, I'm on my way back home. I have my Dutch Bros. I'm ready to finish up this challenge. We're almost there. I'm gonna finish this book, and I think I already know what book I'm gonna read next, because I watched a anticipated reads vlog by Kendall Watson. If you haven't seen her videos, go watch her videos. She's wonderful and does amazing book content. So go watch her if you haven't already. She read It Happened One Summer. Is it that one? It's the summer one, the Abby Jimenez one that I was trying to decide between earlier. She was literally sobbing. So I'm like, you know what? Break my heart. Make me cry. Make me feel something, please. That's probably what I'm gonna end up reading. The reason why I didn't pick it before is because I was so tired. But now, if you can't tell, I got a second wind and I'm feeling better. So I think that I am mentally prepared and ready to read that book and get my heart absolutely destroyed. That's the plan. But on my way home, I will check in later. I just finished reading The Naturals. I really enjoyed that book. Right now, I have 3 hours and 23 minutes left in this 24-hour reading challenge. I gotta say, I'm very surprised and proud of myself for being able to do this completely by myself. I feel like if I was to be doing this with other people, we would be able to hold each other accountable and like entertain each other and whatnot. I had to do this solo and with no one, you know, keeping me up or anything like that. So I'm very proud of myself and overall had a really great time. Had some sleepy spells for sure, but I'm very proud of myself. Anyways, so since we have about 3.5 hours left, we have enough time to start one more book. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I'm gonna read this book. I want it to tear my heart out, rip it to shreds, all the things that Abby Jimenez she knows how to get that done. That's what we're gonna start reading. I'm not gonna have enough time to finish it, but I feel like I'm gonna be able to get a good amount of the way in about 3.5 hours. So we're on the home stretch, y'all. Let's do it. Let's finish this. Completed the 24-hour readathon. I am so proud of myself. Although at some points it was not that fun, overall it was a really great experience and I really love doing this and I would love to do more of these in the future. Let's get into the books that I read during this challenge. So the first book that I completed was Happily Never After by Lynn Painter. As far as rating goes for this book, I'm gonna say a 3.25. It was a really cute premise and I love the idea of this book. I could not get behind the main female character. She was really getting on my nerves a lot of the time. I loved the guy, just not her. She just kind of ruined it for me a little bit. You know, it's hard to get connected to characters in a book that is this short. Like, it's 275 pages. It's a really cute premise and I had a great time reading it, but it's a 3.25 for me. So that's that one. The next book that I read was None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I mostly listened to the audiobook. I really enjoyed this book, even though I listened to it in the middle of the night. Not gonna lie, it was a little hard to fully grasp what was going on in the middle of the night, but it had me on the edge of my seat. It was eerie. Overall, a really great time. I would say for a rating of 4.25. Solid book. Really great. 100% I'm gonna reread it though, not in the middle of the night when I'm sleep deprived. That rating will probably go up, but loved this book. So good. The next book that I read was The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This book for me, the first 50% was a little bit slow, but I know they had to build up to, you know, what was gonna happen because everyone needed a bit of a background. Overall, for rating, I would give this one a 4.25 as well. The twist at the end really got me. I was super shocked, and yeah, the only thing about this book that I'm not the biggest fan of is a love triangle. So I'm hoping that it's a strategic love triangle that actually plays into the plot and it's not just a subplot just to have a love triangle drama. If it goes more into the plot in the rest of the series, I'm all for it. So I will 100% be reading the rest of the series. Really entertaining, really fun, highly recommend. And then the last book that I started, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I'm only 97 pages in and I'm already getting that 5-star feeling. I love the main male character in here. I love Justin. He's just so dependable and respectful. You know, I'm really early in the book right now, so I can't say a lot, but I'm getting that 5-star feeling. already, and I think this is gonna be a 5 stars, 6 stars, 10 stars, I don't know, but you'll see in my May wrap up. So loving this book so far. Okay, that is all the books that I read in this challenge. Here is the page breakdown of everything that I read during the 24-hour readathon. So that's fun. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have an amazing day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!